Hey, Tuber Tails, boom! I'm out for a run this morning. It's gonna be another beautiful day here in Flyover country in Minnesota. I am just taking time to pause, to be grateful that I'm alive. I have largely avoided social media since I think it was the beginning of May, and my updates on this YouTube channel have been sporadic. I know that. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get back into it. Having had I would say a rough year. The past. Oh my God, I'm in like this forest in this hayfield, and there's a car driving right down the middle of it right now. Very weird. But yeah, it's been not the easiest year. The mental game on this has been very challenging, and yeah, I've had some highs and some lows, and all of that, taking into account all of that, I think COVID has been hard on a lot of people. I know it's been hard on me. I'm a person who likes to have in-person exchanges with people, dialogue in person. Zoom is fine, but I'm at Zoom fatigue right now. To the point where I've had some network things where I've just decided to move on from, because I don't get the value out of those exchanges like some people do. So I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying it's not for me. And I think coming to that realization, and is that self-actualization? I don't know if that's if that applies, but it just gives you some perspective, and knowing when to say no, and knowing when to say, hey, this isn't something that I'm learning from right now. It's okay, and maybe I'll get over my Zoom fatigue, and I'll be fine. I think that in all things, life, we go through seasons. And Jim Rohn, the great Jim Rohn, motivational speaker, coach, an individual I never appreciated till he passed away, but he wrote a book about seasons of life, and he talks about how in our lives we go through these seasons. Sometimes it's a time to sow, sometimes it's a time to grow, sometimes it's a time to reap the rewards of that hard work. And then there's winter time, and that's a time for rest. There's a lot of metaphors that go into winter. Sometimes you look at seasons as negative and positive and just flat, or you're just treading water. So I'm taking some time right now to really explore the mental game. I have struggled mightily with that aspect of this, and wondering, when you nobody's seen this movie, but if you watch the movie Krull, Krull, there is a Cyclops in the movie, and they tell the story of the Cyclops. And the Cyclops made a deal with the devil, or the demon, this guy, the dark force. And the deal was that they had to give up one of their eyes. Those of you who don't know what a Cyclops is, it's one-eyed person, human-looking thing. But they gave up one eye to be able to see the future. And the demon, or the devil, or the evil force double-crossed them, and the only thing that they could see in the future was their death. They knew when they were going to die. And I won't go into any more detail on that. So there's kind of a tragic ending there, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's kind of a bad movie, but it was made in the 80s, and the special effects weren't great back then, but I enjoyed it. I remember watching it as a kid. So anyway, so what's the point? Let's get to a point here, Scott. The point is that when you go through life kind of blind or unaware of when you're going to die and how you're going to die, some people live in fear of that. Some people get comfort from that. I personally have, had to face the thing that could kill me and could kill me sooner versus later. And how I've dealt with that at times has been phenomenal, and at other times has been disgusting. And I don't want to get into the, to details of that, other than to say that today really in the last couple weeks have kind of renewed my effort to just live in gratitude and not focus on, focusing on positive outcomes. And I'm not saying it's changed everything in my life, but I don't think it's going to hurt. So I guess the message today is understand that there are seasons in life. There are seasons in all things in life. Relationships with kids and spouses and parents and friends. There's seasons at work. There's seasons physically. I'm not talking about cancer. We all like gain some weight, then we lose some weight and stuff like that. And just appreciate the seasons for what they are and know that none last forever. And not to talk about my daddy issues, but I kind of had a very long winter with my parents that maybe I need to try to get into spring here, and maybe spring is me sowing some seeds of gratitude for the fact that they raised me and did the best they can, and hopefully nurture those seeds into a bountiful harvest. How about that? So anyway, everyone, boom, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing more of me. How about that? Is that narcissistic? Probably. Guilty. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.